Hi muckers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all having the best day ever. Thank you so much for clicking on my YouTube channel and on my video today. I really appreciate you being here. Before we get into today's video, I want to remind you that I am doing a giveaway. I'm going to be giving away $100 on PayPal or Venmo or whatever you use to 5 people, and all you have to do, because I kind of announced that I am now partnering with Twitch and I'm going to be becoming a full-time streamer as well as doing YouTube, basically to create hype and allow you to know that it's happening, all you have to do is go over and follow me on Twitch. I get a list of every single username that follows me on Twitch. I will message you, but I will also on all my social medias at the end of the month say the names of the 5 users and you will get $100 each. So all you have to do is go over and follow me. It'll be linked down below, but the username is also the Adam McIntyre. Also, we have a Discord, which is like a big muckers group chat, which is linked down below if you want to go and join that. But anyway, on with today's videos. So we filmed a couple days ago talking about Jeff Wittick responding to Toddy Smith. And now Toddy Smith had posted a picture on Instagram the day that Jeff Wittick had announced that he had eye surgery. Now, if you're like, oh, Jeff already had eye surgery. No, Jeff Wittick has been having consistent eye surgeries ever since David Dobrik did that to him, and it's like a life-altering thing forever, and there's so many surgeries that go into this. And on the day that Jeff Wittick posted like an update showing, you know, the eye all bandaged up or whatever, Toddy Smith posted a picture, and it was basically him and his friends, who we all know, and the caption was, "We don't give up." And it was posted within an hour of Jeff Wittick posting that picture, and you know, there's so many of the fans being like, that has nothing to do with Jeff and blah 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 blah. But this is not the first time that there has been a coincidence within the Vlog Squad members and David Dobrik that has been a jab at David Dobrik. Wait, David Dobrik jabbing at Jeff Wittick. There we go. Because when Jeff Wittick announced that David Dobrik was going to be putting sculptures of eyeballs in his pizzeria. You know the Dobriks, you know the pizza place that David has launched? Basically, there are eye sculptures there which have absolutely no connection to a pizzeria whatsoever. The only connection with an eyeball in David Dobrik is the fact he nearly took Jeff Wittick's eye. So there have been so many of these moments that have been seeming jabs at Jeff Wittick, and I always thought that the eye sculpture one was a clear jab at Jeff. But, you know, the fans argued, you know, David just liked the sculpture and blah, 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 blah. Always, you know, creating excuses, fine, whatever. But I don't know how they're now justifying that an hour after Jeff Wittick posts a picture about his eye surgery, we're getting the caption, "We don't give up," with pictures of basically David Dobrik, the Vlog Squad, or whatever like that. You know what this gives? This gives, what's it called again? Dramageddon 1. You know what that bitch is better because we're better without him? Do you remember what I'm talking about? The photo of like Laura Lee, Gabriel Zamora, Manny MUA, and Nikita Dragon. Was that the people that were in that photo? The bitch is better because we're better without him, about Jeffree Star, and that created all of Dramageddon. That's what this gives. That's what this gives. Years later. But anyway, what I want to talk about today is Ethan and Hila talked about this in the H3 podcast, who are now, you know, friends with Jeff Wittick. And they really dived into it, and it's interesting hearing their opinions. And there's not a lot of people on YouTube talking in support of Jeff Wittick, so I appreciate whenever Ethan and Hila are saying this, and they basically give their opinions, and it's very interesting, as friends of Jeff Wittick, what they say. So we're going to get into this. This is a clip from the H3 podcast, watching this for various commentary purposes. So here's their take on everything.
All right, let's do Dobrik. Yeah, Jeff, who's coming on the show on Wednesday, just had another operation. This poor guy.
Yeah.
How long ago was that? And this poor guy is still getting surgeries in his fucking eye. Like, it looks like a serious surgery.
Can't imagine having to, like, the eye. That's such a sensitive.
Another one down. Thank you for all the love and support. Thank you, Dr. Cook. Thank you.
Okay, so here we're seeing the photo, right? So an hour after this is when we get the Vlog Squad basically posting a picture being like, saying, "We don't give up."
So,
just
obviously,
so bad for
we
Jeff.
wish Jeff the best. He's a bestie, a friend of the show. It's been 3 years since that happened. He's still suffering from it.
3 years.
Well, the same day that Jeff posted that.
Yeah.
Now, if you remember, David had previously done something like this.
With the sculpture?
With the sculpture.
Yeah, the eye sculpture we talked about.
Yeah.
And so at the time, we're like, is he trying to say something? And obviously there was like a lot of plausible deniability there for him. Did you have a picture of that one?
Yeah, give me one sec.
But now that it's happened again...
So what's happened this time?
Let me show you the original photo to jog your guys' memory.
Okay.
So what happened this time?
So this is the ice sculpture that we were
Actually,
talking
clips
about.
that make me
Which, in
smile.
my opinion, I want to hear your
Sending
opinion.
love.
This was
Oh,
a
I
clear
forgot to
jab
say,
at Jeff. And I understand no people here like,
So here's
no,
what
he just likes the
posted-
sculpture.
So
Oh,
here's what he did last time.
please, this is such a jab at
And
Jeff.
we even asked Jeff about it, and he's like, I'm just trying not to think about it. And I think it was the same day he had a surgery too. Now this artist does like her thing is like
Please. What does this have to do in a pizza place? Art is subjective and all like that, but surely when the only connotation with you and an eyeball is the fact you're that with Jeff, why would you even bother including that? I feel like this is just a jab at Jeff because Jeff is now suing David, which he should win every single penny of. Not only because of what David did to him, but how David has handled this.
Yeah. So,
But if
The
you're
Vlog Squad members should also be being sued, by the way, in my opinion, because they were all involved in it and the way they've all handled it, I think they should be.
known for like we're destroying people's vision and tearing out people's eyes, it's a little psycho to put that up.
Yeah. Just doesn't make any
Okay.
sense other than
Let's see
to
what he
make
did
fun of
this time.
Jeff.
okay.
So the same day. Hey, what the fuck is this?
That David Dobrik laugh is so traumatizing. I think David Dobrik's entire persona is scarier to me than a clown. At its scariest, a clown, David Dobrik is scarier. The laugh,
This
the...
was a thumbnail from November 2021.
Is this another alleged Jeff jab?
People were talking about it, yeah.
It's a lot of eye content. So it is kind of curious. But Jeff seems pretty convinced that this newest one was intentional. So yeah, here, let's open it up.
I believe it too.
He posted with his friends who have all turned on Jeff.
They just all turned on Jeff for something that Jeff didn't even do. Jeff nearly lost his life and now at like a bare minimum has, you know, his eyesight and eyes are being affected for the rest of his life, and yet he lost all the friends. This situation I will never stop talking about because it's absolutely disgusting. So here we see Toddy, Zane, and David Dobrik. What a beautiful trio. And it is from Toddy saying in a caption, "We don't give a fuck." So this was posted within the hour, by the way, of the Jeff Wittick eye post. I will let you decide whether you think it has anything to do with that, but I'm sorry if you say anything other. There's just too many coincidences at this stage.
And they said, "We don't give a fuck." And it was the same right after Jeff posted his picture.
Stop playing that triggering laugh!
God.
And these are all his fucking fake friends who left him.
What's their names?
This is Todd
And then Zane.
and Zane.
It was interesting that it wasn't posted from Todd's main account. I mean, obviously, it is still his because he commented on it, but
Yeah, I think that makes it even more
slap in
possibly
the face.
mean.
They wanted him.
So basically this being posted on like Todd's Finsta, which is your like second Instagram. It's a little bit more private, and yeah, basically that it's being posted on there goes to show that it had the intention of drama behind it. It had the intention of a little hurt behind it. I just can't believe all this still gets said about Jeff when Jeff did nothing wrong in this.
See it.
Yeah.
We don't give a fuck.
What do you mean? Whose account posted?
This account is his like second account, and I wonder if he thought
So
that
it's like
Jeff
a more
didn't follow
private
it.
one?
I don't know, but Jeff follows it. Everyone follows it.
So weird.
Let's see, there's more photos. They're celebrating, they're drinking, they're laughing.
And it's like, I just don't understand, like, so say this is like, you know, them drinking and having a good time. I don't understand why you would even caption it, "We don't give a," you know, would you not just be like, celebrating, partying, or any other caption? Because this literally comes across as, oh, they're cracking open a beer because they're celebrating that he's, you know, still in pain or still getting surgeries or some bullshit. Like, none of it makes sense other than it being just a clear jab.
Right after Jeff
That's-
posted the picture of his eye,
Yeah.
we don't give a fuck.
This is gross.
Yeah.
More than the eye sculpture because
It could be that he just really liked the art.
Yeah,
Really
yeah, and she
possible.
Yeah, it's possible, but there's just now too much.
I agree.
And obviously, Jeff is like told. This is what Jeff told me. David's telling everybody, you can't talk to him, you can't associate with him. Apparently, even Jonah.
This is literally a cult, by the way. I hope people realize that. Like the Vlog Squad, what's left of it is literally a cult.
Who Jeff used to make content with was cut off. Like it's a fucking cult. Like he actually cuts people off.
Yeah.
And now that Jeff's suing David, I think it's just his way of getting back. Yeah, so check this out. There's absolutely no way this was just a coincidence. A pic with David 1 hour apart.
Yeah.
And then Jeff posted this. He said, "This was just brought to my attention. Thanks for exposing yourself, you scumbags. I wish I knew how y'all felt when I kept my mouth shut to try to protect this piece of shit. Put down the booze and get to litigation."
Good.
Yeah, I hope.
But I mean, all of this, by the way, if we take this all for any good in this, Jeff will be able to use all of this in litigation. The ice sculpture, these kind of posts, these will all be used against David Dobrik. And the fact he's not clever enough to realize that and is building this all on spite and trying to one-up Jeff goes to show he's not very intelligent.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for him.
So I have a question. Is that post still up with the same caption?
Yes.
Okay. So it's definitely on purpose. Because it could have been, let's say it's accident, but then somebody pointed it out to them, I'm sure. A lot of people.
If they erased it, it would probably mean that they're
like, oh, okay, this is not okay. But if they left it up, they're like, yeah.
He commented on it, actually, if you scroll down a little bit. He says, haha, Jesus, this isn't about Jeff, and I haven't deleted comments. I'm having fun with my friends, goddamn.
It's a little coincidental, bro.
Oh, yeah, no, I know. I'm just...
No, I appreciate that. I'm not, yeah. Jeff then came out. He said, "It's all good. I'll tell the real story soon, but I'm a little tired right now, so I need to get to sleep. When I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on the Vlog Squad, or whatever's left of that fake group of friends." And I don't think he has gone DEFCON 3 yet, has he?
Not to my knowledge.
He can he really has ammunition left in the chamber? After all they've been through?
Now what?
So what do you guys...
since he's officially suing, right?
Yes.
That's happening, so...
Yeah.
Wasn't it for like $10 million? I hope he gets every single penny of it. I remember at the start, I was like, oh, I don't think he's gonna win all of it, like blah, 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 blah. Like, now I'm like, oh, I hope he wins every single penny of it. I hope they drain David Dobrik.
Him going DEFCON 3 may not be in a public way that we're thinking.
When I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3.
I agree with Hila. That could literally mean just going full force, like attacking during litigation process, rather than going public about it.
Well, I'll ask him on Wednesday. Maybe he got some pointers from Kanye about going DEFCON 3. Well, what do you guys think? Let's do a poll. You think David is doing this intentionally, or it's just a coincidence?
I believe David's doing it intentionally.
Curious with the...
Okay, Ethan.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's a blowout. People really think this is intentional. It's going to be hard to get away from that. There's just, like, too much coincidence.
There's no such thing as a coincidence.
I haven't heard that there's no such thing as a coincidence in the longest time.
And I think that kind of just wraps it up right there. So that's the tea, sis.
Yeah, take it.
All right, okay, so there we hear what
we're all rooting for Jeff.
they're saying about it. Now, my closing take on this is that I think David Dobrik lives in his own delusions because he has everyone in the Vlog Squad wrapped around him, and I think whenever they get to the litigation process, I got there in the end, that he's gonna have an insane wake-up call, and especially if this goes to jury, which I think is possible at this stage, the fact, because there's so much money involved, I think the jury are going to side with Jeff Wittick just solely based on how David Dobrik has handled this publicly. And I think that if David was clever, he wouldn't be doing all this. He wouldn't be trying to one-up Jeff. He wouldn't be trying to... I don't think he's very clever. Anyways, I'm rooting for Jeff. I want to know your opinion. Let me know down below. And I agree with everything they said. Right, I'll see you in my next one. Bye.